how would you rate the vaccine rollout in your province?
Not ideal. Obviously, it's a little bit frustrating having seen how America handled, for example, like how America handled COVID previously and then how they're handling it now. It's a little bit like, it's hard to not feel a little frustrated with that, I guess. And even with like the new phase plan that's been released, it's a little misguided, I think, with opening things up, because like even in retail, for example, the majority of people in retail are young adults, and those young adults will remain unvaccinated and will be exposed to hundreds of people a day. So I don't know, it's not great.
My general approach is to not be, hindsight's 2020 on everything. I think everything could always be done better, especially on a large scale. I try to not get too hard on government because I think they're doing the best they can with what they have. Having said that, I would rate it low in the sense of had we gone back in time, I wish we would have given vaccines to frontline workers, not just certain medical professionals, but teachers, police officers, that sort of thing, and potentially even younger individuals who are still going to work every day, keeping the economy open, as opposed to, and I love my parents and I'm so happy they have it, but they have the luxury of staying inside. They don't have to be out in public type thing. So I think we maybe could have considered that a bit different across the country.
You know, I think it's been really tough for everyone, and it would be really easy to criticize people for the rollout, but throughout the world, across Canada and throughout the world, that's been the same situation. It's a new and developing situation. Nobody really had a handle on it. Nobody knew where it was going. So I think it's been really difficult for everyone. You know, I'm not in favor of a lot of the policies of the government we have right now, but I can't say that they did any worse job with the vaccine rollout than anyone else. In fact, I think they've done a better job than some.
I think that this government has done an adequate job, but I do certainly see areas where they could have improved, where their response could have been better and faster. You know, having said that, I know this is a unique situation that we're faced here, but I think we could have taken some direction from some of the larger provinces as well, in terms of getting those vaccines out and into people's arms sooner. So I think the government has done an adequate job, but I think there is a lot of room for improvement.
I don't know, probably rated a B minus. There's been, from what I hear, I only know what I talk to friends in Alberta, friends in other provinces, and I think we're fairly average. It's not, it could be better, but I think we've been doing all right.
I think it's very, very good. Yeah, because back home, they can't get the vaccine like what we have here. So I think Canadians, especially Saskatchewan people, are very, very lucky to have the vaccine free, and they can just drive in and get the vaccine. So if you can get the chance, have vaccinated, so we can open up right away.
In this province, for Saskatchewan, I've been quite impressed with it. You know, certainly with any plan, there would be areas that I would probably do differently or change myself. But as all in all, from a planning perspective, it seems to have gone rather smoothly, and we've done a good job of getting needles in arms as quickly as possible.
I think it was pretty bad at first, but I think they've picked up the pace. And I think Pallister stepped out of the way and let the people that know what they're doing do it. So I think they did a good job.
It was a little scarce at first, but I would say as of now we're generally doing pretty good. The age rates are slowly going lower and lower. I know if you live in certain areas, if you're 18 plus. So I would say it's getting better as time rolls on.
I would say it's good. Yeah, the government doing the best they can, and our seniors are protected, so that's the main thing.
I think that the vaccine rollout in our particular province has been poor when it's compared to not only other provinces but other countries. Not only that, but there seems to be a lack of transparency and honesty about how much vaccine we have. Now, having said that, nobody's done this in 100 years, and nobody really knows how this is supposed to happen. There's no rule book. But it certainly could have been faster when you compare it to the state right to the south of us that seems to have less vaccine on their shelves than we have and has done a better job of putting it in people's arms.
I mean, there are certainly things where I thought, maybe I would have done it differently if I was in control, but overall, I don't know. I think it's going okay. It seems to be picking up speed now and doing it all right.
As a young person, I'm still in high school, so I'm still a teenager. I'm definitely going to be like last of the line. I feel like having everyone else go first is actually a benefit because then you get to see the side effects and you're not the first one being affected by it. So I'm kind of happy I'm one of the last people to get the vaccines, and hopefully they get to improve it and it gives them more time.
I've had my first one. I think they're doing a great job just being to one of the super centers, but I wish it was faster to get that herd immunity so that we can control it better.
Terrible. I think Pallister is making a real mess of things, and I think the priorities have been pretty skewed. I think that they should have prioritized teachers and obviously healthcare workers, but anybody front lines working with the public should have gotten front of the line.